All right, so that was a fun little side quest. Let's go ahead and mark everything that we've done. We have collected 100 fish, we have crafted 100 companion drones, and we finished the companion drone memorial and the 100 sub monument. Next up, we are back on track to working towards our simple circuit boards again. But before we do that, the first thing I want to work on is getting that more raw coal that was near the Esso's northern gate north, um, to grab some more rock coal to make more dedicated power. Or actually, one last thing before I get more rock coal, I'm going to convert the rock coal that we currently have to fit the form and function that we have. I'm basically turning all the inserter sideways so that we cover the entire patch instead of leaving some strips in the middle untouched. I cannot get over how huge this flashlight is. I mean, it's just like a giant beam of light from the heavens. Like I could see everything in the direction that I'm going in. It's insane. Alrighty, so we are going to go ahead and turn this mining drill. This is what I said again. The middle doesn't get touched to the rock hole because these have a range that go up to here. These have a range that go up to here. And we are going to update this rock hole mine from this to this. So this is the rock hole mining redone. As you can see here, we have just recently turned it back on so that the power is finally coming on. Again, this took me like 20 minutes to build because the Centurions, as you can see when they move, absolutely cover everything. So I think I'm going to go ahead and lay these Centurions to rest in their nice fancy hotel, and then go ahead and work on making power from this rock hole up here. Alright, it's time to lay these guys to rest. So I think I can just pick them up one at a time. Oh my goodness, this is going to take a while. Here goes the first group, and laid to rest, my friends. I just realized that we need more than one chest because of how many we have left here. And there we go. I have laid most of them to rest. I think I've decided to keep 2 on me so that I have 8 total. It's a nice reminder of that our army is available. Plus we have some nice colors going around here. 2 purple, 1 teal, and then 5 black. So I think, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and keep 2 of the companion drones, or 2 of the Centurions around for now. And the rest are resting at our monument. Again, up next, we need to finally fix our power problem over here at the new rock hole. Alright, so this monstrosity is what I've decided to make for our new power. I didn't bother to make a factory or do proper ratios for it, or like make it in a factory planner. So this is what it is, and hopefully it works. It's pretty simple again. So the burnable material, which will be raw coal, comes in. It feeds it to the boilers, which produce steam, and the steam on the steam engine produces electricity. The steam also has an output of ash, which will get converted into coal dust, iron oxide, and soot. The coal dust will get put back through the system to be burned first, so it'll use its own burnable output first before the raw coal, and then the iron oxide and the soot will come out of this line and combine and head over back to my main base. But yeah, I'm just going to do a test. This is my first test run. I kind of went a little crazy on designing. I wanted to do some diagonal patterns. I thought those would be cool, but I held off for now. I think it looks good anyways. But let's go ahead and see this in the long term, and if it works, I'm going to go ahead and port it over. Okay, after running this for a long time, we are producing 106 megawatts of energy, and there seem to be no issues. We also have a nice healthy stream of soot and iron oxide coming down. This right here is for later. So remember earlier in the series, okay, so there was a part in the series where I had ash coming out one of the boxes like this. So this was like this box where it took in like 6 different things, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different inputs. And I wanted ash to come out the top, but I said, but also ash will come out this way. This is because this only allows ash to come out the top, but it doesn't prevent ash from coming out the other ways. That's because, and again, I said it was fine. I didn't bother fixing it completely because fixing it completely would look like this, which now that I look at it isn't the worst. But what you have to do now is if I want one thing to go out, like iron, or not, just not iron. If I want soot to come out, I have to make all the other inputs fly out other directions. So lead ore, aluminum, zinc, copper, iron ore, and then ash, coal dust, and iron oxide have to go out the other directions, and then you just recombine them and send them back along their way. It's actually not that complicated. I could do it for ash, but the place where I have the ash is struggling, so I guess I'll just leave it for now. But once again, there seem to be no issues here, so I will take this and I will go ahead and blueprint it and we'll port it over to the world. Ah, the disco lights. You'll be fixed soon enough. Alright, so I just finished decorating the rock coal mine, and I've tried this new contour, and I like it a lot. Also, I usually use stone gravel for mines, but now I'm using stone brick, and I'm using concrete as background. So yeah, this is exciting. As I get more materials, I get to kind of evolve how my buildings look. Oh, so I just placed the splitter here. Again, this is a splitter that puts 5 down here, 3 here, and the soot upwards to connect up with the soot line. Oh, and it's been going out the wrong way, so now it's going the right way. And again, I love my sushi belt. It looks very nice. Again, if this ever gets crowded in the future, it's not crowded yet. It's only, well, it is crowded only because I had to stop production there. The first thing I can do is get ash and rock coal, or not ash, ash and coal dust off the line, and then again, I can at some point I can just remove everything off the line except for soot, and then it won't be a sushi belt, which would be sad. So hopefully we won't get to that point. But at this point, I think we are ready to plug in the new power. So let's go ahead and head over there. Okay, and now it's time to plug this in for the first time. Okay, it looks like everything works. Let's go ahead and turn on the power. Oh, our SO's northern gate east has been getting attacked a lot. Ooh, okay, did a test run, and there were some issues where the coal dust was getting backed up, and also a bunch of rock coal was added in these lines, because this was sending rock coal down both ways, but now I've changed it to only doing one side with these curly boys. The outline is still fresh. I'm thinking maybe the outline would look better just like that. I think it does look better like that. That bump at the top gives it character. But anyways, up next is turning on the power. Alright, let's go ahead and plug it in and then see it in action. There we go. We can already see power starting to be made. I love watching the rock coal just flow and split off and then join back in together again. Again, that's again to prioritize the rock coal that comes out of the solid separators. Alright, we can see the rock coal now filling up the final piece of power. We could also see that the rock coal is struggling to keep up in some places. And there we have it. I think we are fully consuming every single piece of rock coal. The destructive distillation column on the left is finally outputting some of its own soot and iron oxide and is being placed back, or it's being sent back to the base. Yep, so as we can see, the power will slowly back up as the rock coal backs up here. It'll eventually back up here. Oh, I guess that's it. They each will individually back up on their own. And let's go ahead and check the power. There we go. We have jumped up to, well, I mean, we can produce 155 megawatts now, so we should have absolutely zero problem with power from now on. No more disco lights, as much as I love them. And yeah, there we go. Here's power. Let's head to the board, and oh well, here's power, and here's the rock coal. Again, it all goes directly to it all goes directly to the power here. If we see that some of them are struggling, we can actually flip some of them. So like you can flip, and we can just put you like that. But yeah, I'm glad all this rock coal. Oh, what's not struggling anymore? Never mind. Let's flip you back around. But this is good. This makes me very happy. I like the new designs I've tried out on either side. This one is a nice outline, and this one has some nice sections dividing it. I also like how we are using my... oh, looks like it's caught up on something, but no, this should pass at some point. Or anyways, if the coal dust backs up all the way to the solid separator, start going on this other line, so we should be fine. But I like the power here. I like how we have a lot of power now. The production of everything else should have jumped up suddenly. Oh, look at that. Production of ash and rock coal. But yeah, let's go ahead and look at the board and see what we're working on next. Ooh, again, this was Northern Gate East, getting a lot of heat. Also, because I haven't had any, or because I think the shotgun shells and the magazines are almost completely backed up. I know they're backed up for down here and up here, and they're just making their way slowly back to our military production. I will not clear out any more nests until, I guess, until something gets destroyed, because I actually want to see them battle. I think it's time to level up my turrets. Also, I'll be producing a lot of pollution here, so I might actually attract a lot towards this gate, which is actually a relatively easy gate to defend because of all the water that we have. You can see that it's been a little bit since I've updated this. So we've finished raw coal, and more dedicated power. So excitingly, we are back on our road to doing to making simple circuit boards. All right, so we have made two more of ingredients for the simple circuit board, which are the ceramic capacitors and the air core inductors. Over here is how I made my ceramic capacitor. First, water comes in and feeds the boilers, which turn the water into steam, and the clay maker, I believe it's called a clay maker, oh, the clay pit Mark 1, takes in the steam and it turns it into clay is combined with coke. And turns into ceramic. Then ceramic is combined with tin to make the ceramic capacitor. And as you can see here, ceramic capacitor comes out on one line and ash comes out on the other. I'm not sure how practical it is to have the lines split up like that, but I'll see how I'll decide to do it. But anyways, this was a very similar recipe to the air core inductor. I realized the air core inductor had the same sort of work through it because it needs ceramic. So we built the same exact thing here. As you can see, they're very similar, except instead of tin, we have copper, a copper plate, which goes over here to where one of the boilers was, so that it can take in this coal and also dump out the ash. And then we route the copper cable all the way back. So same thing, water comes in, turns into steam, turns into clay, turns into ceramic when combined with coke, and then the air core inductor takes copper cable and ceramic and turns into an air core inductor. And then similar issue here. I'm not sure how practical this is with ash on one side, and why is this stopped? Okay, it's just very slow to produce. Again, this is all we need. We just need one of each, exactly one boiler, to make our goal of one simple circuit board every 2 seconds. So I'm pretty happy with this. I'm going to figure out how I'm going to do these half belts, and then I'm going to port it in. All right, I'm thinking of placing this right here, like this, and the other one right here, I think I like to space it 1, 2, 1, 2 away, just for just a little bit of breathing room. But there we go. And then these are gonna obviously come down and meet up with the belt. And the thing I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna just drag it all the way down here again. I actually wanted to put this here originally, but I don't think it would have given enough space in the future for other belts I would run under. So I'm just gonna have these wrap around here and connect up here, since there's not much intersection action going on here, so we could use it. But yeah, let's go ahead and build these. This is also our first time seeing our memorial / monument fully lit up. And it is extremely bright. You could almost see the full light curve at the end. Okay, so earlier we were wondering how I was going to merge the half a belt of ceramic capacitor with ash and the air core inductor with ash, and the solution is this thing. This thing basically takes all the inputs and outputs of the machine of the three. It takes all the inputs and outputs of these two factories, and it kind of mishmashes them into this thing, which then pulls it out from the main belt. And I'm telling you, this thing is a beauty. I love it. It's maximum spaghetti. I can't wait to plug it in. All right, so the bus grows one color more colorful as we add tin tin to the bus. As you can see here, the tin will wrap around. I've finished making my spaghetti connections here. So these should all, oh, I forgot one connection. Let me do that, but then everything should come up here, get split up correctly, and then go to our air core inductors and ceramic capacitors. Let me fix this one last, oh, never mind. This input is the air core inductors and ceramic capacitors, and I'm not going to bring those out until we finish all the ingredients to see how we want to exactly bus the parts for this simple circuits. Alrighty, so at this point everything is built. We have here again our ceramic capacitors and our air core inductors, and the first thing I want to do is watch it go through our fancy new interchange to make sure everything is okay there. All right, and that looks all beautiful to me. So the next stage is plugging it in. So I think I'll plug it in one factory at a time. So first up, the one behind will do ceramic capacitor. All right, here come the inputs. Tin and coke is being placed. Oh, we forgot the water. I always forget the water. Oh, and there we go. Water is plugged in. Ceramic capacitors are going. We can see ash is coming out. The clay pits are struggling to go. Okay, there we go. Now it's producing some steam, and the first bits of clay should go into the high pressure furnace to produce our ceramic. Okay, so we are being bottlenecked right now. The boilers are not getting nearly as much ash as they should be, so let's go ahead and fix that. Okay, so I've jammed enough inserters that now it has no problem going full speed. Yep, it's just, yep, okay. And there we go. And I think, yep, there we go. We have our ceramic capacitors coming out. I meant to do this later, but we have them coming out through our interchange. The ash all gets put into one belt, and the ceramic capacitors are put on the other belt. Next up, we are going to go and turn on the air core inductors. And here come the inputs. Alright, the clay machine is turning on. It should be making clay soon that'll be fed to turn into ceramic to make our air core inductors when combined with a copper cable. There we go, our high pressure furnace is making our first bits of ceramic, and it's putting them in, and there we go. The the chip shooter, the electronics factory is making our first bits of air core inductors. So now they are coming down the line, and they'll go through the interchange, which we'll see. I'll call this my sushi, or not sushi, it's just a spaghetti belt interchange. We have our nice 4 inputs, 2 outputs, turns it into the nice beautiful lines they're supposed to go into. Here come the air core inductors. They should be split off here. Nice, okay. And air core inductors on one side, ash on the other, to be turned into, to get recycled in the ash recycling. And there we go. That is air core inductors and ceramic capacitors done. We are now 3 out of 7 ingredients away from getting the simple circuit board. Okay, and up next is what are these for? I'm not sure yet. I'll check the recipes. And then I'll go ahead and start making them. Again, we are 3 out of 7 ingredients done on our way to simple circuit boards. Alright, so next episode I've decided of the 4 we will be working on high power resistor, vacuum tubes, and solders, but that means we'll have to upgrade our glass. Well, I realize glass is upgradable because we have quartz processing and we've unlocked this, so I should make my quartz better, especially because, again, vacuum tube and I think the high power resistor both require glass, so we will upgrade our glass production. And that is for next episode. For this episode, again, thank you so much, John Boy, and thank you so much, Ema, for being my patrons.